to probably the weirdest part of a random RPG Maker roulette. We're cracking open some kind of bizarre conspiracy of farm tiles. This is all stuff I discovered while playing the whole farming games marathon, and then the seemingly unrelated visual novel Tailor Tales. But you don't need to have watched any of those to understand, so I'll be editing in clips of like my realization as it happened in real time as we go along. So if you're not particularly interested in seeing like the whole wild exploratory progress of how I came to this realization, I'll put a little bit of a summary here to start. This game, Orange Season, has a lot of characters with exactly the same designs as this game, Our Love Will Grow, aka the liminal, incredibly terrible farming game. It's interesting because they're clearly not using the same sprite pack, right? These are like just the same designs drawn in a totally different style. So the answer to this is no, they're not made by the same company, they have no connection whatsoever to each other. They actually have a connection to Tailor Tales. The sprites being used for Our Love Will Grow is an asset pack called Rural Farm Tiles made by Celianna. This originally started as the original art style for Tailor Tales, which began as a farming game before turning into a visual novel. When at stage the project was scrapped, the creator took all the assets and remade them into a for sale pack, which has gone on to being used by various different games. And then the bizarre thing is, Orange Season is still using that sprite pack, except it's not. There is no credit anywhere in the game to Celianna for these character designs, but it seems like completely undeniable that they're based on that Rural Farm set tile pack. Some of them are just like, oh, that looks a little bit similar, some of them are like, that's literally the same character. My theory on what is happening is, because Orange Season has gone through multiple different development teams and multiple different complete pixel art revamps, at some point early in development they did use this asset pack, and then when it changed over and they made their own custom sprites, the characters were based on the ones they had previously, and maybe it's been passed through so many hands where like the latest artists just did not know that these were originally based on characters that somebody else designed. I'm not jumping to the conclusion this is intentional plagiarism in any way. I do not support in any way harassing any of the developers of any of these games. I just thought it was fascinating and interesting and deserves to be brought to light, and like, maybe if this was indeed an accidental thing, you could put a credit in the credits, like, I don't know. Also, it is just wild that by sheer coincidence, like, 4 whole games I played for the Random RPG Maker thing just happened to all be interconnected. So now, the rest of the video is all the bits cut out from all those different Let's Plays of me coming to this bizarre realization. Farming? Oh my, what a dangerous occupation. Bonnie, you looked very genderqueer as fuck. This game really knows me! Come see when that happens. Fix up good news. So, are you the random genderqueer doctor in the town? I love that. But there is this interesting screenshot of like an earlier title screen of a game where it had all the characters lined up on it instead of being artwork. It seems that there's several characters here which aren't in the final game. Like, who is this person here with spiky hair and what looks like some kind of like alpha ears? They look like a Sonic the Hedgehog Gajinka. The sprite style also seems slightly different with everyone having much smaller eyes. Oh wow, it's very, very, very different. Did you come for the last game? Oh my god, they're following me! Bonnie, is that you? D. But why is it exactly the same character design in 2 of these games subsequently? This is the liminal space, there's Marina on the walls, and this character is following me between games. Okay, that's a hospital. See, it is the same character in the same role. You again! You in every game! You also really look like a character who was in the beta Orange Season sprite sheet. Did the game start as a fan game and not listed in the same company's thing? Did they have the same sprite artist working on it, like fitting in their own OCs as a reference or something? You also look like a Sonic Hedgehog guy on the Orange Season beta screenshot title screen. Is it a conspiracy theory? Are all these farming games in the same universe somehow? Is that the reason those characters weren't in the final game? It's like they escaped and they were contained again. And it's all pulling from some kind of like common use art asset pack I don't know about. Maybe the artist that does these games is the same person. If they're not made by the same company, maybe the artist is the same. I cannot get over how the one character followed us between games. Maybe that game was made by the same company, maybe it was spiritually inspired, I don't know. You know what I'll do? I'll look at the credits for this game and for Orange Season and see if they do have a sprite artist in common.
No!
Orange Season is actually not an RPG Maker game, but it was an RPG Maker game. The previous version we saw some brief screenshots of there was originally in RPG Maker, and then the reason it's had such a big sprite overhaul is because it was moved into, I think, Unity? Tailor Tales? Superhero. It's not about superheroes. Surprise, instead it's about aliens. Literally rotate the man like a rotisserie chicken. You pick between like 6 different routes of characters, but then each one is like an entirely different alternate universe, like entirely different genre. Oh, we've made an engine to like do tailoring mini games. Like let's make up 5 different random settings that can like do it all in. Even earlier beta sprites, to the point where I was like, this can't be the same game, right? It looks like an entirely different genre of game. Years and years and years before it started off as a totally different genre, it was going to be a Harvest Moon Rune Factory type game. And here's a description early on of what it was going to be and how we can see how a difference in things changed. I find it funny how it specifically says it is not a visual novel. Here we have one of an in-between stage where they started with the current art style, but still in the original farming game style. And here's some screenshots of the actual earlier version of the game where it was still a farming game. I'm relieved that all of the work we put into this didn't get wasted. They became pay-to-use sprite packs on their website, which means that anyone out there can go. It's called the Rural Farm Tileset on Celianna's website. And I think that's a really cool way to repurpose an unused older project. Here's another one comparing how James changed throughout the years. I'm gonna search, is this the Celianna farming pack? It is the Celianna farming pack. This all comes back to Tailor Tales, the game I played for the non-farming section, Tailor Tales. This is the source of it. The RPG Maker Roulette expanded universe. I know I have to post the Tailor Tales video before this one chronologically. So we have 4 games now which all contain the same characters technically. This character here, the purple-haired character who is our brother, that's a beta version of Neil from Tailor Tales. It all comes back to Celianna. It all fucking comes back to Celianna. But then it doesn't explain why Orange Season had these same characters despite being a clearly different sprite style. Does Celianna have different sprite style packs? Okay, that's an interesting style. It's like a pseudo 3D. That's cool. If I see any RPG makers using that would be nice. It's also very much not the different ones we saw in the other one, but they were the same character designs. Did Celianna work on Orange Season? Did she make an upgraded version of her characters? She has a sci-fi set too. That's nice. Wait, this was in Angels of Death!
No!
It all comes back to Celianna! Bloody hell! We have her saying she was making toy sprites which don't seem to be the same style that they were in Orange Season. I don't know. Is Orange Season like a fan game of her? Did Orange Season start off using her sprites and then revamp the characters and then keep their designs? Orange Season, let's check the credits on Orange Season. Okay, no mention of using outside sourced sprites here. There seems to be no knowledge why some of these characters look very much like the Rural Farm set characters. Have I like cracked open some kind of conspiracy here? If they're not using them with credit, then I don't know, that'd be bad. Lead artist is Marcus Rian Camos Frere. The character designed by Lucas Kitsch. Lucas Kitsch is the person who made all the sprites for Orange Season. Some of them are very clear parallels to the Rural Farm set sprites. Like we have here the guy with spiky hair, but he's become more of like an anthropomorphic hedgehog. Like the blue-haired guy with a side hair, we have the doctor, made the character base. Really impressive levels of work put in here. Really impressive amounts of work he did animating so many things. Like I'm not dissing this person. It seems like this person who did the commission, he has no responsibility in what's happened here. As far as he knows, he was just designing their original characters. But it seems like they based what they asked him to commission on a set of sprites that were already ripped from someone else. So I do really feel like the game should put in the credits like based on this original set of sprites. Like when you get to the point you've taken the character designs, like you've made entirely new sprites of them, but you've taken the character designs. That seems a bit strange. You did a really great job, Lucas Kitsch. Retweet your wonderful work, Lucas Kitsch. I'm gonna look from your entire blog in my own free time and retweet all your wonderful things. Hell, I want to commission you someday. I don't know what I'd even commission you for. It's like, hey, can you make me an Orange County like Sona? I don't even know. So you are from Brazil, hooray! I'm interested in all these other things. That's really cool. All of these are really cool. Thank you. It's neat. It's great. It's wonderful. I love it. But what is happening? What has happened? Why has the Rural Farm set been magically revamped into really cool, awesome MV version for you? And then Celianna might not even know. Celianna is still working on their own version? I don't even. It's really, really fucking good. It's such a variety of different styles too. I'm greatly recommending please commission this man. Further information discovered. The artist of a current entirely different separate sprite style is Marcus Freya / Ryan Kamos. He is on ArtStation, and we have here a bunch of different views of his different sprites, different lovely animations. And then there's a whole section just devoted to like gay kisses and gay hugs. Wonderful trees. So many animals. This man is so powerful. There are two equally powerful men who have done the sprite style for both versions of this game. We've got some beta versions of the menu. Friends, Orange Man. Oh, he's even responsible for this fucking amazing menu animation. Thank you so much, Ryan Kamo. That's cute. He was testing the interface with a little icon of himself. He's the guy I saw on Twitter who did the hypothetical remake of Digimon World. I loved it. I really wished it could be real. If Bandai Namco ever wants to hire this guy, please do. He has an itch.io to buy things. May I purchase your things? Do you like sell like acid packs or something? You do! Massive RPG Maker icon pack. Enjoy these from this amazing man. I'm glad to have a chance to promote a bunch of really good pixel art. That's the mayor lady! That's the fucking mayor lady! I'm gonna go back into the research, I'm gonna look at the research, I'm gonna make some sort of comparison graphics. If this is genuinely what happened, if Orange Season was originally made using this rural farm tile set, and then in later development they changed and they're like, I have a budget to commission my own set, and you went and you commissioned the same characters from the rural farm tiles, and then removed the credit to the rural farm tiles from the game, I think you should put that back into the game because you are using the character designs. You're not using the same sprites, but you're using the character designs without mentioning anywhere where they came from. It's like, I don't know, my favourite character from Dragon Quest, Dr. Snap. I take him, I draw him in my own art style, and I call him Professor Snombly. And then I just go and make a commercial game with that character right there. I just never at any point credit Square Enix or Akira Toriyama. Is this technically legally plagiarism? I don't know. But we all gotta agree that's a bit weird, right? Like, if someone did that on purpose, you'd kind of think, oh, that's a bit shady, why are they doing that? And like, if I realised I'd done it by accident, I'd be like, oh, I really want to fix that mistake. That's not good. I've gone through and compared with like every screenshot I could find of both versions of the sprite style and the rural farm tile set. Yeah, I think it's undeniable. There are some one-to-one matches, there are some which are close, which I'm not completely sure, but like, there are so many here, it can't be a coincidence. Honestly, it seems the game's development has shifted between like so many different team members that maybe people don't even know that the original sprites were based on these. It's like a game of telephone, and people think that these were original designs, and like the next set of sprites is just working on the previous set of sprites, and it's just continued on like that. But if that's the case, if you're watching this video, if you've seen this, if you could just add a little thing in the credits saying inspired by Celianna, I think it would really help. Because the game has gone through so many bloody sprite updates already, I don't want to put you guys through the extra work of like having to like recolor or change these guys or anything like that. Yeah, just pop a little credit in there, or maybe contact Celianna and ask her for a permission. I don't know. It's just wild to think how this could have happened. I wonder if there are any other games out there which like finalised games and entirely new and unique sprite styles which have like OCs based on basic RPG Maker asset packs which have gone uncredited. Is this a problem that's happened elsewhere? Also, in the process of editing that together, I went through and I checked which ones of the rural farm tile set apply to the finalised Tailor Tales ones. I think I'll probably slap this over in the Tailor Tales video itself too, just to keep things organised. But yeah, the legacy of Celianna rural farm tile set originally started as the beta version of Tailor Tales, came back around to become this Tailor Tales future now, and also became the basis of Orange Season and Our Love Will Grow. The legacy lives on. Are there any other games out there existing of like 5,000 different characters derived from this one tile set? I would say it's great that Celianna's like amazing art has had such a good reach and such a good influence on people, but when it's getting to the point where it's not being credited, that's not very good. Oh wow, it's very, very, very different. Foreshadow I missed until editing this video. You can see this screenshot right here, that UI in the corner is the same, it is confirmed that is Celianna's rural farm tiles pack, that is the UI that comes with it. I think that 100% confirms my theory. This game, at some point in pre-development, earlier than we have screenshots for it, would have been using those basic tiles. I guess by the time it started in early access, it was already using custom redrawn character art, but it was still using the character designs. And then when that got redrawn to the entire second art style, I guess it just, a game of telephone has been played, and now no one remembers where this first came from. I dug more into it. There is no screenshots anywhere on the internet of the earliest version of Orange Season made. Apparently in VXAce, forums.rpgmaker.web, thread about it, mentions an earlier version confirmed. Right, it says right here in the thread it started using the rural farms tiles. It is confirmed. The link here to the original project thread does not work. The first post of that thread is the edit to have updated information on the final version of it in the early access. But going from digging through that, I have found one remaining Let's Play of this earlier version of the game. And I'm going to shout out and recommend Jacob Ray. If you're interested in seeing more about it, seeing what it's changed, seeing all the see how far it's come, check this out. We're putting a link to this in the description. Enjoy. And also, in the way of this expanding to connect like 50,000 games together, turns out that this Let's Player ended up becoming a game developer 9 years later. This game, Ulterium Shift, a 2.5D Octopath Traveler inspired game, which looks fucking amazing. It uses a mana seed sprite base. Look how fucking cool these massive like 2D and 3D combination things are. Dratzy Games, Gravity Game Arrive, Jacob Ray, all these names. I'm going to put links to these in the description. Oh my god, it never ends. Okay, I'm finally done. I have mocked up this extreme image of all the directions this has gone. And to give you some time to read this, let's play you out with a musical interlude. Wow, I need a good calm down. I have hyper-focused into the waking dawn.